It's been 8 years since I worked down at Disney as a Photopass photographer, and on a recent trip I learned that there's a lot that stayed the same, but there's also a lot that's changed. Hey, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to comment below, hit that like and share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified anytime I've got a new video. It was a lot of fun on my recent visit down to Walt Disney World to check out everything going on with Photopass and seeing how much of it has stayed the same since I used to be there, but also seeing all the different changes and additions and extras that they've added to it and how much is brand new. There is a lot with Photopass that not only has continued to make it a great service, but has made it even better. So here's a number of areas where Photopass has stayed the same and also where they've changed and become different. The first thing, the costumes that the Photopass cast members wear. The basic costume that they wear is pretty much exactly the same one that I used to wear. The white shirt, the brown adventure vest, although they've changed the patches on it just slightly, the blue pants or shorts, the white shoes, even the fleeces that they wore on cold days were pretty much exactly the same outfit that I wore. Even if you went on Main Street, where they do change the outfit a little bit, it's the white knickers, the white and blue striped shirt, and it's still basically, again, the same outfit. However, there are places where it has changed. For example, if you go to the Coca-Cola store at downtown Disney, they've got a photographer there with the Coca-Cola bear. Now, technically, it's a Coca-Cola photographer, but they still add the pictures on the Photopass, and they've got a completely different outfit they wear. Where I really notice the difference is if you go to Star Wars Launch Bay. All the Photopass photographers there have their own completely unique outfits specifically for Star Wars. I don't know for sure if they're technically Photopass or not, or if maybe they're their own separate division of Photopass, but they definitely use the Photopass cards, the Photopass system. They're Photopass photographers, but they've got a unique Star Wars outfit, and I thought that was really cool. Another area that it's changed over the years and what they wear is their camera straps. Now, when I started, of course, everybody had a basic neck strap, and we actually had really good neck straps. I've still got mine, even though it's all worn out. And it was a really nice padded strap, but it was still a neck strap. The last 6 months to a year or so that I worked, we started getting in shoulder harnesses. And basically, it was a harness that would loop around both of your shoulders and then clip together with the camera right here. So that way you could use it that way and it would take the pressure off of your neck. Well, since then, they've gotten much more sophisticated harnesses for the cameras that make it much easier to use the cameras, as well as making it easier for them to carry. See, I didn't like the body harnesses that we had for the short time, because one of the things I would do a lot as a photographer is I would kind of snap the camera up often, in case I saw a shot that I didn't want to miss and it was suddenly there, and whoa, make sure you get it. If you had the body harness, that could be very difficult because you would kind of yank yourself. Well, these new harnesses, I watched the photographers use that and not have any problem at all. They looked really comfortable, very, very sturdy, and easy to use. So, good improvement there. Another place that Photopass uses a lot is their stores, what we call the View. And I checked out just about all of them. It was kind of interesting because the locations for 3 of them are still pretty much the same locations. As you're walking out of Animal Kingdom on the way out, it's the store over on the left. If you're walking out of Epcot, it's on the left side right underneath Spaceship Earth. Coming out of Magic Kingdom, it's the Grand Expo, and if you walk into the store, it's over on the right inside the store now. The one location that changed was at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It used to be at Cover Story, and they actually moved it over to Sid's. I thought that was a weird location because right at the end of the street is a store called Dark Room that actually has a big, huge camera right on the side. Why didn't they put it there? That would make sense. It would have been like one store over. I don't know, but that's the one that has changed location. Even at downtown Disney, what they now call Disney Springs, it's actually inside the exact same location that it used to be when I was there. However, all of those locations have been completely revamped. It used to be if you walked into Grand Expo, as you walked into the center of the store, there'd be a wall in front of you that would actually have all sorts of viewing stations, and then you could kind of walk around the corner a little bit and there would be more viewing stations back there. Not anymore. Now if you walk into the Grand Expo, They're all immediately on the right and been remodeled. Over at Animal Kingdom, which used to be the most compressed, packed thing, it was just one short counter that went across the whole store with 4 little stations crammed in there. Well, they've since remodeled and opened it up and put viewing stations on the side and the front. Even over at Epcot, they've actually redone the layout a little bit. Looks much nicer, much friendlier, easier to use. They've all been revamped in that way. What they also sell at them has been changed a little bit. It used to be you walk in, you could order individual pictures, which they still absolutely do. They can print you a photo on the spot. Or you would order a CD. Well, as I was there, we did eventually start making the CDs and DVDs available online. And what that actually meant was that we actually had a place backstage at Hollywood Studios where we would burn all these CDs and then package them up and mail them. Well, now, I think you can still order the CDs at the park for a price, but most of it is now online. If you want to order all of your pictures, you don't necessarily need to order a CD or a DVD. You can do it right from home on your computer. And you just sit there and pick all your pictures and just download them in one chunk. However, you can still buy them that way in the park. You can even buy a single day unlimited photo package, which is something I think is really cool. So if you're only going to be at the parks for one day for whatever reason, you just buy a one-day deal. It gives you all your pictures from all the parks for that individual day. So that was really kind of neat to see how that had changed. There were a few other differences as well in the stores. When it comes to buying your pictures too, even the whole experience online is changed. You can still see your pictures online at disney.photopass.com. Log in from any computer, give anybody else a login or partnership, and anybody can see your pictures. You can share them on Facebook and other social media and things like that. But the offerings they have has increased so much. There was the ability to download an individual picture in the past, and it was a little expensive per picture. But when I left, there wasn't an ability to download everything. Well, now that's what they do. You get online and you choose all your pictures and you download them in big old chunks. And that's what I did first thing when I got home. Checked all my pictures, made sure they were all there, and then downloaded all 450 of them one shot online. So much nicer. And I don't have to worry about losing the DVD. Now, if you still want a DVD, there's an option to order that online as well. Where it really shines and makes a big difference now online is in this. You can actually go to your phone now, open it up, pop into the Disney app, and all of your pictures are right there on the app, which means you could actually get pictures from a Photopass photographer, walk away, and within 5 minutes, they were right there. And you could go, oh, look, I got that picture I wanted. Or, oh, you know what? That didn't come out quite so good. Maybe I'll go back and redo it. Not only that, but if you have it set up for notifications, the app would actually tell you, hey, you have a new Photopass picture, which was really awesome to be able to immediately go and, hey, check out the pictures. See what we got and show your friends and whoever else is with you. Love that addition. That is just absolutely cool. The way you keep track of your pictures, though, has also changed dramatically. They still have the Photopass cards. If you go to any photographer at Disney World, they can give you a free Photopass card. They're not going to charge you for it. I actually got this one from the Coca-Cola Bear. You get your pictures taken, they hand you a card, scan it, and that keeps track of all your pictures your whole vacation long. So if that's how you want to keep track of it, you can, and it doesn't cost you anything. It's still free to take the pictures, still free to look at them, still free to see them on your app, still free to see them at home, and they're right there. However, here's where it's changed, and that's with this little thing. The Magic Bands has completely changed how you can do your Photopass pictures. You can still take all the cards and combine them, but you can also use your Magic Band as your Photopass. You can actually take any Photopass card, link it on here, or just having a Magic Band registered to you essentially works as a Photopass. Anytime you see the photographer, hand them your card if you got one, or you just stick your wrist out, and they just scan your wrist and it keeps track of your pictures. What's really cool about this, though, is not just how it acts as a Photopass and keeps track of all your pictures for you, and if you want to, you can even add in your friends and family on the app and see everybody's that way. It actually does on-ride photos. Now, there are some rides where you can get off the ride, you see the screens like Test Track, like the picture, and you scan your card. This will do it automatically. You don't even have to go to the screens. If it's an on-ride photo, it automatically attaches it. But not just that. Here's where this has a huge advantage over this. Some of the rides actually have video. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has a video segment. Tower of Terror has a video segment. And if you've got this, you're not getting it. But if you've got a Magic Band, it'll show up on there automatically. and then you can watch those video segments. And the only way you can get that is with Photopass on your Magic Band. What a neat change, what an addition. Another one of the big changes was just the sheer number of photographers. When I worked there, we had an ideal staffing level, and if we actually had all the photographers working and had enough people, we had all these stations set up where they would all be manned and we would have so many people, and we never did that. As much as we wanted to, there was always reasons that we could never get every single place stationed. It may have been staffing. We just may not have had the budget to be able to pay for that many people working. We may have had people call in sick. There could have been other circumstances where we had to send people into other places or locations. Just a number of various reasons why we could never be fully staffed and have everything covered. Well, not only did they get all of that done, since they've started adding CPs, that's college program workers, they've been able to increase the amount of photographers exponentially. Every place that I would have thought was fully staffed was covered, and then there were a whole bunch more. They have photographers in places I had never seen photographers before. That was awesome. They were getting all sorts of different places and positions and backdrops. There were characters covered that we never covered when I worked there. A good example, Alice over at the UK Pavilion. We didn't cover her when I was a Photopass photographer, but she has a photographer now. That was awesome. They even set up new locations, for example, some of the ones during the art festival at Epcot. They had these brand new backdrops just for the new art festival, and photographers stationed all of them, and they were getting pictures of those. There were so many options and opportunities to get pictures. There were a number of them I skipped just because it's like, wow, I've already got a picture there, or there was a line. They oftentimes did have lines. Photopass photographers do. It's worth it to stop. But there were just so many, and I still ended up with over 300 personal photos. Can you imagine how many I would have had if I actually stopped at every photographer? My goodness. One of the other areas that has changed but not changed is magic shots. Now, a magic shot, if you're not familiar with it, is one of those pictures where something unexpected is in the picture. So, for example, your photographer may ask you to take a picture holding out your hands and looking surprised and going, and then when you go look at the picture later, there's Tinkerbell on your hand. I used to love to do a variation of it with a little boy and a girl, where the boy would kind of, have his hand out and go, "Eee." And then the girl would look kind of like this one I did with my kids. That's my version of it. But not only do they have those, and there's always change with these. There's some that we used to do that they don't do anymore. For example, the Captain Hook, I don't think they do the sword fight with Captain Hook anymore. And they're always adding in some new ones. So we got to see, of course, one over at Pandora, and then there's one for Figment with the Art Festival, and several other different kinds of magic shots that they're offering now. But they've also added in, with the magic bands, an animated magic shot. That's right, it's not just a still picture where you're sitting there with something unexpected happening, like being cold with Olaf. No, it actually animates. So it's almost like a short, very quick video that you're a part of. Talk about really cool. This was neat for me because I had never seen something like this. They're also, of course, constantly experimenting. For example, over at Epcot, they were actually doing some night shots where they had a big giant light stick, and they would pose you, and then as the camera would flash and stay open, they would run behind you with the light stick and then create an effect that looks something like this. Just really neat shots. So there's some of the fun and changes and things that Photopass has stayed the same, as well as ways that it's changed and gotten better. If you've never used Photopass at Disney, I encourage you to. Buy the Memory Maker online ahead of time. You can buy it 3 days or more before your trip. It's $169 currently that way, and it's worth it when you use it. Go attack those photographers, ask them for magic, have some fun with it. And trust me, in a few days, you can round up a whole lot of really neat Photopass photos. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little look at how Photopass has stayed the same and changed over the years. It was really cool for me to go, and I want to thank you again to all my viewers who helped me go on this trip. If you had things that were really neat for Photopass, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Please don't forget to share it below. Don't forget to hit that like button as well. Hit the share button too so you can share it on Facebook and with your friends and family. And if you haven't yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you can see all the new videos. Thank you so much too to my patrons for your support. You've helped make all this possible. But you can also use your... What is this? I don't know. Sealy, what is it? Why are you walking in circles, dog? Now she's stumped. Now you may hear that and wonder, what on earth is a magic shot? A magic shot. Poof! It's a magic bullet. You're hit, you're dead. Okay. Or magic shop. Maybe it sells tricks. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right there. If you'd like to see another great video of mine, there's a good one right there for you. And if you'd like to be like these wonderful people and support me on Patreon, hit that link right there. Thanks so much.